Hello guys, Arkan here. I just want to take some time to tell you guys that we have a Patreon set up for the channel. It's an additional way you can support us. So I will put the link in the YouTube cards and in the description. Thanks for checking it out and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hello guys, Arkan here. I am the darkness in the light, the flower on the wall, and the resplendent nightfall. Welcome back to Flaming Flagon. Okay, so the remaining patron for us to pursue is actually Terrance. And if we check his bond level cap, it's actually the highest among all of the other people you can pursue. At least whoever is displayed here right now, he's the highest one with the bond level cap of 3. Okay, so let's go. You are now serving Terren. Let's chat with him.
Evening, lad. Food's as good as ever. That old tiger then knows what he got going for him now.
About you and Gunther. Hey, Terrance, how do you know Gunther, anyways? Like, I know the basics, but wondering if there was anything more. The horse looks up from his food and smiles, glancing over to the tiger as he serves drinks.
We go a long ways back. We met in town before he opened the flagon. Honestly, not much to say really. He needed some help and Murray set it up so I could help him.
The horse snorts in what you think is exasperation and continues.
Stubborn old fool is a hard one to work with though. Always has to be right and in control. Bah. But things have a funny way of working out and well, me and old furball.
The horse smiles again and gives the tiger another sideways glance.
I'll tell you about that later, lad.
Okay, let's continue. Chat. About your family. Hey, Terrance. Can I ask you a question? Terrance gives you a bit of a surprised look.
Of course, lad. What do you be wanting to know?
Just wondering about your family. Seems everyone I meet here are on their own. You see the horse's eyes narrow slightly, and you gulp, hoping you haven't offended him. He snorts before talking.
Not much to say. Me folks are both well. Old though. Names are Yomer and Eunice. They live about a week away from here, but with how they are now, they can't make the trip. I try to visit them once or twice a year. I do have a younger sister, Bernice. She lives with them and looks out for them with her husband, Jared.
The horse sighs and looks a bit downcast.
I love my family, lad, more than anything. Most of my wages go to help them.
Oh.
Bernice can't work and Jared doesn't make a lot. I have a simple life so I can send most of it to them. All I can do, but I'm happy to do it.
He gives you a sad smile and returns to his dinner. You can't help but feel for the gentle giant sitting in front of you, and his story makes you wonder about your own family. Getting up to get back to work, you thank Terrance and leave him to his thoughts, though you notice the smile never fades from his face. Let's continue. Chat. About your work. So, do you only haul carts around the area?
Hey lad, I do some other labor works as well when I can. Normally things for Gunther or Murray, but hauling be my normal job.
The horse takes a long drink and wipes his mouth before continuing.
I won't be lying to you lad, it's a hard life, but I like it. I'm built for it as you can see.
You gulp as you stare the big equine up and down, eyes lingering on his broad chest and thick thighs. You try to not linger too long on the loincloth that almost covers his privates. Almost. I do. See. But you don't mind the hard work every day? Terrance sighs and gives you a look you can't quite comprehend.
Lad, let me tell you one thing. I'm not meant for anything but hauling carts, moving rocks, or pulling out tree stumps. Thinking isn't for me. I can't do fiddly things with these giant hands. When I'm hauling my goods around, I can just enjoy the honest hard work. It's all that I'm good at. And for as long as I can haul and tote, I will.
You swear you hear a bit of sadness in his voice, but he seems disinclined to talk further. You decide to leave him to his thoughts. Terrance, bond up. It's closing time. The last wave of customers have taken their leave.
We are done for today. Good job, Cub.
You don't feel particularly tired, so you end up staring at the ceiling, wondering about all sorts of things before finally falling asleep. Next day, the morning sun shining down on your face is rather annoying this morning. Grunting, you force yourself to get up and start the day. What to do now? Okay, so we helped Gunther with cleaning last time, so let's do lunch service. You go outside to work the lunch stall this afternoon with a big steaming cauldron of hearty soup and a basket full of yeast rolls to sell. The soup itself is a slight variation on the classic pottage stew. It's diluted a bit to make sure there's enough to go around, but it's still chock full of assorted veggies. A while passes and you only manage to sell about a handful of servings before you realize that you need to start packing it up. Unfortunately, the street wasn't all that busy today, and your dish wasn't interesting enough to attract more customers on its own. Looks like you'll just have to hope the rest of the food sells during regular hours, or else it's gonna have to get donated to someone, if not thrown away. You got 2 coins from the lunch service. Before you know it, the sun has set. After having dinner together, you and Gunther are ready to start the evening at the tavern.
It's about time. Get ready.
As Gunther opens the Flaming Flagon for the night, the guests start to take their seats. Let's continue with Terrance. Ready for order?
Same as last time.
You serve the giant horse drinks and soup as usual. This time you remember to ask him what drink he wants. Enjoy! Just when you were about to leave, Terren stopped you.
Wait a moment, lad.
You pause and turn back to the draft horse.
Mind staying a while and chatting? Nice to have some conversation while eating.
He gestures around the room.
And it's not that busy. You can stay a few minutes, I'm sure.
Sure. I don't mind. I just can't let Gunther get overwhelmed or anything. But you're right, not many here.
I know how he is, but not interested in Gunther. I know all about that tiger. I'm more interested in you. Are you feeling better? Gunther told me about your situation.
You feel yourself grow a bit flustered at the direct question, but can stammer out a reply after a few moments. I mean, I guess. I'm still a bit sore from the fall and just feel... The equine nods as he continues to eat, urging you to continue. I guess I'm just overwhelmed with everything. So much happened so fast and I'm not used to it. You sigh sadly and look down forlornly at the floor. It can be frustrating. If it wasn't for Gunther helping me out, I don't know what I'd do. He's been nothing but kind to me, saving me, putting me up and giving me a job. I mean, even with him walking in on me. You stop and you feel your face blushing when you remember when Gunther walked in on you completely naked. You notice the horse looking at you quizzically, and your gaze lowers. Of course, that's what we focus on. Even sitting behind the table, Terrance's lower body is easily visible and you can clearly see the loincloth barely covering the horse's privates. Gulping, you force yourself to look back up and see Terrance giving you a sly smile. I mean, you feel yourself blushing even deeper.
Ha! You saw the old cat naked, did you? He tends to walk around like that sometimes. I've seen him more than once while staying here for the night.
The horse notices your discomfort and pauses before giving you a reassuring smile.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's not uncommon around here for folk to be naked or close to it, like me.
He pushes himself away from the table and stretches. You can't help but lower your eyes to try and sneak a quick peek, but snap them back up when he continues to talk.
It's just a matter of comfort and safety. Hauling is hard work and I don't need clothes to get me overheated or catching on something. This loincloth is good enough for what is considered modesty in these parts.
I guess I'm just not used to that. You pause and think for a second. I wonder if that's why I'm having some issues adjusting. Maybe I'm from somewhere where nudity isn't as, common? Terrance goes back to his stew and has a few more swallows. Chewing thoughtfully, he considers what you said.
That could be. Might be something to ask people who know more about cultures around here than I do. I'm just a simple hauler. Wouldn't know much outside where I normally work.
I'll ask Gunther about that. Saying the name out loud, you pause and look around. You see the tiger standing by the bar, tankards in both hands, and he's giving you a slightly amused look. Glancing around, you see the bar has gotten busy, and Gunther is beginning to get overwhelmed with orders. Damn it! I'm sorry, I have to get back to work. Hope to talk more soon, Terrance. You notice the appreciative nod and quiet whinny from Terrance as he watches you get back to work. Bond level 1. Okay. Okay, so let's just continue serving him. Oh, we can do attentive service now. Let's try it out. Attentive service. You make sure to spend extra attention on Terrance tonight, and it's obvious from his happy expression he's enjoying it. Every so often, he shifts to give you a good view of his body and thanks, giving you a wink or sly smile each time he does so. It's closing time. The last wave of customers have taken their leave.
Good job. Here's your share.
Gunther hands over 10 coins.
Have a good day tomorrow.
You don't feel particularly tired, so you end up staring at the ceiling wondering about all sorts of things before finally falling asleep. The morning sun shines upon your face. Oh, something new.
Morning.
Good morning.
Still tired? Sleep in.
I might.
Well, at least make some breakfast first.
Alright. You light the stove and whip a few eggs in a bowl. In a few minutes, you have a jiggly yellow mass wobbling on a plate. Breakfast is served.
Good boy.
As you dig in, Gunther pokes his fork at you.
You should also do something about your fur.
What do you mean?
You're normally floofy, but now you got all these tangles and matted patches everywhere.
I suppose I need to go buy a brush.
I should take you down to the bathhouse. They sell brushes and stuff to get that fur of yours straightened out.
Alright, it'd be nice to get these knots out.
Alright, cub. Wait when we're done eating.
Mm-hmm.
This is tasty.
It's just scrambled eggs.
But they're so fluffy, unlike your fur.
You both finish your tasty breakfast and prepare to visit the bathhouse. After breakfast, you leave through the kitchen and head towards a large marble building.
It's not too far from here. It's just a couple of streets down from the market.
Do you go there often?
Not really. This tiger takes pretty good care of his fur.
Ah, so is it popular?
Yeah, they offer spa treatments.
I've never heard of a spa before.
What? You gotta be kidding.
I am not. What's a spa?
Cub.
What?
You keep surprising me sometimes.
Is that weird?
A little, but maybe it's the memory loss. Never mind that. As the saying goes, take care of your employees and they'll take care of you. And I'm gonna take good care of you.
Gunther's looking at you like some sort of investment. So a spa?
Yes, massages, skin, and fur treatments. The whole works. Anyone can find something there. They help those with thick and leathery hides and even those with scales.
People are into that sort of thing?
Of course. Healthy and clean skin isn't just hygienic. It's part of your overall wellness.
I suppose you're right.
Great, let's get there.
It's particularly warm today as the sun shines brightly in the sky.
Beautiful day.
Kinda warm.
You'll feel better once we get that fur sorted out.
Of course. Thanks again.
You're welcome. I can't have my staff looking all mangy and unkempt.
Yeah, thanks.
It's going to get busy on a hot day like this. Let's go ahead and get inside before there's a line.
Inside the building, the air is a bit steamy. Great doorways are cut into the stone walls and covered by a simple curtain. Beside the door is a large counter with small bottles of flowery and sweet-smelling liquids and creams. Behind the counter stands a tall and broad man. The rhino man smiles and waves at you both as you enter.
Hey, Marcus.
Gunther walks up to the purple guy wearing a toga. He's not as tall as Terrance, but he looks like he's just as strong as the horse. His purple hide appears soft, and he smells like lilies growing in a freshwater spring. He also has a rather thick and ridged horn sprouting from his forehead.
Gunther, it's been ages. What can I do for you?
Oh, not much. I just need a few things and didn't feel like paying extra at the market stalls.
Oh dear, that fur. Who's this scraggly looking fellow?
This is Fen, my new employee.
Sweet child, take off these clothes and let me have at that fur.
What?
Speaking of children, how are the kids? Hardly children. They're all grown up and off on their own working, leaving me here to run the place myself. I see you've had some remodeling done. Ah, it really has been a while for you. Please, you must check out the new pools.
The bathhouse is a square building, each main section separated into quadrants. 3 pools in the front area make up these 4 quadrants of the bathhouse. The owner shows you over to the larger pool first.
Here's the delphinium pool. Take a relaxing dip in the blue pool under the bright sun in this glass roof area. This is where the masses come to kick up their feet and relax in the heated waters. Please just be sure to rinse off using any of the fountains along the walls before entering any pool.
Oh, it's pretty.
And from pretty, we have magnificent. For our premium clientele, please come see the Narcissus pool.
He leads you to a smaller pool. The side area is adorned with a more secluded alcove where steam billows out from constantly.
Here at the luxury Narcissus section, you are treated to all the amenities of the Delphinium with a more private setting. While relaxing here, treat yourself to some of the bathhouse's modest refreshments. You may find some tasty treats as many of the patrons of this bath are merchants looking for an easy way to promote their goods with samples. That is, if they withstand the steam here.
Yeah, it's pretty warm here.
What's that section over there? Oh, that would be my private pool. I call her Belladonna. Well, since this place wouldn't have existed without you, Gunther, I suppose you two can have a quick look.
Marcus leads you to his private pool in the bathhouse. The area is smaller and more intimate than the other 2 pools. A large padded table is on one side of the room and a separate soaking tub is across from it.
That's a lovely bench. Thanks. A couple of the boys made it during their guild apprenticeships.
What's that for?
It's a massage table. Fits most people, big and small. If you're lucky enough to find yourself on it, be prepared for me to rub away all your problems until you melt. He does give a great massage.
I see.
Now, back to the front. I can't leave the counter unattended for too long.
Marcus ushers you both back to the front of the bathhouse.
Alright, not to hold up your business, I think we'll go ahead and take care of Fen here. Of course. I have some products that will sort this mess out in no time. Thanks.
Marcus turns away, walks over to the shelves, and starts picking out goods. What's that over there? There's a lot of steam coming out of there.
Yep, it's a relic that was brought back from the dungeon years ago.
A relic?
Relics and artifacts are magical items that can have wondrous effects.
Huh? So it's like an object that has an affinity?
I guess you can think of it like that. I'm not as well versed in the details, but I know a crazy old bird who could tell you more. I'm back. Yes, there's a special crystal that produces endless hot water. However, the water completely disappears after a day, so it's not worth using it to drink or cook with.
But it's perfect for a bathhouse.
He's a sharp pup. Aye, that he is. Alright, I have just the things for him.
Marcus hands you a heavy-duty brush and a couple of bottles.
So that stuff's pretty concentrated. You need only a few drops in a bucket of water. That white fluid is the cleaner, and the clear fluid is the conditioner.
You sniff the white bottle, and to your surprise, there's no distinct smell. When you take a whiff of the clear conditioner, you smell a faint hint of blossoming mountain flowers. Thanks.
Fen, you should stop by sometime. Like I said, he gives a really good massage. If they're so good, why haven't you been around for one? This tiger stays pretty limber. I could make that tail curl. No doubt. So, how's business? Well enough. I'm getting by well enough with some extra coin from some deals Murray secured through the market square. It's allowed me to better run the downsized baths. That's great. Yup, and I get some more free time in the afternoons. Oh, you should stop by the Flaming Flagon, then. I think I will. I heard you've got some good food now. What do you mean, now? I mean, it's been a very long time. I just overheard some customers talking about some new food at your place. And as you know, big guys like me enjoy eating. That's the only reason you're so big? If you gentlemen will excuse me, I have a massage appointment. Here's payment for the bath and cleaners. Of course. Thank you and enjoy the delphinium.
Marcus slides the 2 baskets over to Gunther.
Catch you later, Marcus.
Thanks again.
You're welcome. It was nice to meet you, Fen.
Marcus disappears behind a curtained doorway.
Alright, let's go rinse off and enjoy the pool for a bit.
There are shelves near the entrance for people to store their baskets. Gunther strips and puts his clothes into the basket. You ogle the buff cat for a moment before disrobing yourself. Folding away your clothes and storing them in a free space, you start to feel more comfortable with all the nudity.
The spouts here constantly pour out warm water. There are buckets everywhere to mix soap or rinse off. Would you like me to help wash your back?
Sure. You both soak your fur in the relaxing warm water before you mix the soap according to instructions you were provided. All the grime and dirt melt away from your fur and skin the moment the cleaning mixture soaks in. Gunther rubs his strong paws along your back, giving it a good coating of soap. You then work the conditioner into your fur and let it sit for a few minutes before rinsing off the nice-smelling lather. He turns and gestures to his own back. You return the favor and splash soapy water onto his broad back. Your paws scrub in the cleaner and feel the strong muscles of the cat's shoulders. Your fingers trace over a few scars hidden beneath his thick red fur, wondering where they came from.
Alright, I think we're clean enough for the pool.
You rinse off one more time and follow Gunther into the pool. Other people leaned and sat along the side of the water, chatting idly as they relaxed in the bubbling waters. It really feels good to soak for a bit after all your hard work at the tavern. Gunther seems to have less patience for the waters than you, as he is the first to exit the pool.
Alright, I don't want my skin to get all wrinkly. I'm going to go rinse off.
You follow him out and find a clean bucket to wash the pool water off your fur. Gunther looks around and just shoves his head under the wall spout to rinse off. You go through a few more buckets of water before Gunther pats your fur dry by applying his affinity to his palms. The conditioned fur allows the brush to easily slide through, optimizing your floofiness.
You almost look like an orange cloud.
You redress feeling cleansed and return with Gunther to the Flaming Flagon for a quiet evening. Bond unlock with Marcus. Okay, so there's a new character. Cool. After the long day, you feel so tired you immediately pass out as soon as you get into your bed. Before we end the video, I would like to give a massive thank you to our patrons. Your support means more than the world to us. It means the galaxy to us. And a special shout out to AGN for becoming a Lightfall associate. Thank you so much. Check out patreon.com/arkandray07 to be a patron today. Ciao!